Well, hello, Eurovision fans, and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see, the setting is a little different because I am joined by the Voyager, who is representing Australia this year on Eurovision Song Contest. Now, before I get on with this video, I just have to say that I am extremely starstruck because I am a big fan. So if I make no sense along the way of my talking, we will pause. I'll edit it and I'll make sure that everything is articulated as well as possible. But guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank
Like,
you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, honor to be here and to talk to you. We've seen your reaction video, and we're
yes.
big fans of your reaction video to our video.
Oh my God, we're fans of each other. I just love this about Eurovision. It's crazy. I mean, I, I've been a fan since last year, since Australia decides 2022, and actually I have reacted to your last year's song as well. So it's a full circle moment for me because I really wanted to have a conversation with you for like over a year, and I'm so happy that you're representing Australia this year. Now, you've been non-stop. You've just done the London pre-party. I was there. I actually lost my mind when you were on stage. You have a headline show tomorrow, so you haven't been stopping. How are you feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah.
And the show tomorrow, firstly, London was epic. It was like, it felt so good. The crowd
Yeah.
was amazing. Yeah, it was really great. And it was nice to play for 6 minutes rather than for 3 minutes. And
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
we're more excited about playing for an hour at our headline show tomorrow night at the
Oh,
Boston in London.
and
So
and you can pull it off. I mean, I've got like a few memories from my experience when I saw you on stage, especially Danny, you. I haven't seen anyone at the London pre-party who used that stage as wholesome as you did. Like, guys, the man can jump from one point of the stage to another. I was actually looking for like a trampoline on stage, like if you were like a prop. I don't know how you do it.
just revealed our staging, the
I know,
trampoline.
the
Oh,
floor.
oh my God, did I spoil something without realizing? Well, okay, we will get to that, but we know you from last year's Australia Decides.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't end up getting the spot. This year, you are representing Australia. Artistically, what has changed within Voyager if you compared yourselves from
Well,
last year to this year?
we've become far more conceited, far more up ourselves, and far more arrogant than we were last year.
Our rider has gone from this to now
Yeah.
endless.
Yeah.
There's a lot more Moroccan oil being used,
A lot
even
more
by
Moroccan.
myself. I don't even
Yeah.
need it. I just kind of squirt it on and
I-
just
i-
squirt it around
Is
the air.
that is that an imposition? Are they forcing you to do that? If that's the point, wink, like send like wink for help.
Send help.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just going to have a shot of Bailey's. Just one moment.
Perfect. Well, let me get mine.
No, what's changed? I mean, I think we've learned a little bit more how to play for television, which as a live band is the biggest change, you know? When you're used to interacting just with an audience, small shows, big shows, it doesn't matter. It's one thing. When you're doing television, it's for the cameras, you know, but you have to not neglect the audience. So it's a matter of getting the energy from the audience, which we love, and they give us the energy, and then pushing it and channeling it through to the cameras. So that's the biggest thing I think that we've learned since Australia Decides. But at the end of the day, we're a live band, and that's why we're really looking forward to the show tomorrow night. It's like a little reward for us that we can do like a small club show just the way we like it, you know, without the cameras, without the TV, just with sweaty people in a room. It's going to be great.
It's amazing that you pointed that out, actually, because I don't think many people understand when a band is involved representing a country on Eurovision and how challenging it could be when the cameras are rolling, because you guys are natural performers, you know, it's in your blood, and you are instrumentalists,
Yeah,
live musicians, yeah.
exactly.
And you don't follow, for example, a choreography or something like that. You're like live musicians, and
Yeah.
that could be very challenging when there are, I don't know, like 15 cameras rolling around you, and you have to know where to wink and where to look when you're like rocking up on the guitar.
Yeah, I'll just wink the whole time. Just,
You
just
have,
hope that a camera
yeah,
catches me.
wink and give it like a swirl, and all
Yes.
will be fine. All will be fine.
Exactly. No, but that's exactly right. Like you have to be a bit more restrained. You have to control it a bit more. because like when we did Madrid, for example, we'd been talking about our song and talking about music for such a long time that we're so excited to get on stage that was just all bang energy. And then you have to learn to sort of scale it back a bit and use that energy wisely. Otherwise, it's just like a 3-minute cardio sprint, and the cameras are trying to find you as you're just running around the stage, which doesn't really translate to television. So yeah, it's certainly a challenge.
It makes life interesting though,
It
because
does.
you know we've done, I guess, the same kind of style of performing for so long. It's great to have a reason to have to change your process and how you perform and change the discipline a little bit. It's actually, I think it's made us a better band as a whole.
For sure. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, Promise is quite edgy and catchy at the same time, which I love. And also, I just love rock representation on Eurovision. I'm a big rock fan. You know, if it was for me, I would choose rock all along. So thank you so much for pleasing people like me. It means a lot to us. I just want to know if there could be any surprises at your semifinal in terms of maybe a trampoline on stage. I'm joking. But like any surprises that you have planned? Like, are you allowed to tease the fans in terms of any spoilers?
Well, I think what we want to do, so no, I can't tell you, but I can tell you that it will be something extra. It will be something special, and it will be something that is kind of within our theme of, you know, it's kind of 80s, it's synthy, and it's metal at the same time. So you can imagine what it is or not. I don't know, but it's going to be something special. I think when people see the stage, they're going to be like, "Oh wow, that's that. Well, that's cool." So
I can imagine something, but I'm not going to say anything. But because I'm obsessed with you guys, I'm getting some visions.
All right.
I'll just leave it that way. So
you can tell us afterwards whether you were right or not.
I will. Okay, because I had a vision. Tomorrow, Thursday nights, you've got a headline show in London, and obviously this is a headline show. No cameras will be rolling. This is your live show.
Yeah.
What can the fans expect from that live show?
Probably like a cathartic release.
It'll be for us. It's going to be a cathartic release.
Yeah.
For sure. We've had all this so much energy and so much time to just sit in Perth and think about what we're going to do, and that's why these parties have been so fun to play. But they're, you know, for a band that's used to playing at least 45 minutes, you know, between 45 minutes to an hour and 10, we normally play.
Yeah.
6 minutes doesn't cut it for us, really. Like, you know, at the end of Promise, we're like, okay, we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
let's keep going. And then when you're kind of forced to leave the stage, it's
kind of sad.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's sad. So now we just get to do our own show and channel some of that Eurovision energy into, you know, really embracing our instruments, really embracing that live show, and embracing the vibe, which is a kind of more intimate Voyager club show. And you know, we thrive in that environment. We thrive on the big stages, but we also thrive on the sort of small club shows where everyone's just in each other's faces, and the energy is just
absolutely. And maybe just kind of like forget about the whole, you know, the Eurovision stress for a while and just be a live band and do what you do and do what you love and get inspired all over again.
Exactly.
I can imagine the stress that you're under at the moment. Have you got any more live shows upcoming, like between now and Eurovision?
No, that's it. So we've done Madrid, Amsterdam, London, and then London again, the headline show. And then, then it's off to Liverpool to start rehearsing.
Oh my God.
Start bouncing on that trampoline.
Yeah, the trampoline. Okay. Well,
I'm very bad at trampolines, by the way.
I feel bad spoiling it, but anyway, now we know. Now we know your secrets. Okay, so as fans, we are very familiar with your authentic, legendary rock drops, like those moments of. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But this year, the growls, you know, added a different flavor on top of it. Right? In my experience, at least. How did you come up with that inclusion of growls? Because it's very aggressive and so powerful, and all of us as reactors, YouTubers, we went crazy.
I know. It's so great. It's so great to see. It gave me so much pleasure to see the reaction videos. We did like a little collage of reaction videos of just that growl. People were like, oh, and just their faces.
The growl is everything. Like, whose idea was it, or how did you come up with that? Hard.
Well,
we've always included them, you know, quite sparingly in our music more recently. But this is the world we come from. It's not surprising to us. Like,
Yeah.
we listen to a lot of music that the whole song is sung that way.
Yeah.
So it's what's really cool for us is that we're able to, by using this as a songwriting trick or like a an element in the broader composition, we can pay homage to our upbringing in the metal roots, and also give more of the mainstream audience something that they probably haven't experienced much before. But the thing is that there's not much of it, because we realize that the tolerance level of that kind of thing and
You kept it on a very logical level, you know.
So
mainstream listeners love it. We love it.
Yeah,
exactly.
When you pair it with the dramatic blackout section of that breakdown, it causes such a shock. And like you said, all the reactions, those moments are just from that. Whoa, what the hell? And you don't often get that from pop music. This is where Voyager has the advantage. We've got more genres to draw on, and because we've spent years doing this, it sounds natural to us.
I have wrinkles from that reaction that I did for your music video, because I lost myself at the girls. And it's my upbringing as well, because I grew up with symphonic metal. So, for example, Epica. Like, I'm a big fan of Epica.
We've toured with Epica, actually. We're friends with them.
I love even more because they're very special for me, because they also helped me with my music. Because I'm also very dramatic when I write music, and you know, it's just so good to see that sort of a representation on Eurovision. You know, a bit alternative, and so unique. Love it, love it, love it.
100%, and it ties in nicely with the narrative of the song. You know, at that moment, the protagonist is crushed. Like, the person is just, and then, you know, the frustration. When you're frustrated, what do? You shout and you growl. You know, so to have that moment and then to emerge from that moment, you know, kind of glorious at the other side. I think that growl really adds that extra. We weren't sure, to be honest. We were like, oh, do we put it in? Do we not? And, you know, the production team was like, yeah, put it in. And we're like, let's do it. Okay, why not? So glad we did.
We are very glad that you did as well. Now, guys, I assume that you've been talking about Eurovision all along, and I can understand that at some point it can get a little too much. So I've got some fun questions for you.
Okay, cool.
That can help also the fandom to get to know you a little bit better. You know,
sounds scary.
It's meant to be scary, and it's a good scary. Now, we don't have Ash and Simone, right?
No, we don't. But we can talk. We can talk about.
So can we like pretend that they're with us? Because what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give you a description, like the most blank, and then you have to come up with who that person would be.
All right.
We should be able to handle that.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
This may be the moment that breaks up Voyager, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen, because we need you. Or maybe
depends on how we answer them.
Maybe you'll be bonded even more strongly. You know, optimistic thinking.
Okay, all right, okay.
Who is the funniest Voyager?
Alex.
100%.
Alex, nah. Your sense of humor is, and your ability to just do slapstick on demand, it's brilliant. 100% you.
Okay, we accept you. Okay, Alex. The messiest Voyager.
The messiest. Ooh.
Remember the tour? The tour.
You reckon?
Could be me, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, we're all pretty. Yeah,
maybe you actually.
I do leave my stuff
in terms
everywhere.
of cable management.
Cable management is my is my worst quality, so I'm going to go me. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, Danny. Well, the most creative.
Ash.
Most creative, Ashley drummer.
Ash?
Yeah, 100%, and / graphic designer.
So,
there's not much Ash can't do, to be honest. It's quite sickening.
All right. Okay. Well, that's perfect. So this is a cute one. The most loving. Aww.
Most loving.
Like a lovebird. Ash
is pretty loving. Scott's pretty loving. He's got that loving energy. Where if things are bad, he'll have a nice, deep, and meaningful conversation with you, and it'll all be better.
I think we're all pretty loving. Yeah, we're very in touch with our feminine side.
Voyager all together is a loving band. Shall we just go with that?
Otherwise, yeah, if
We're not afraid to show emotion.
yeah, that's true. If we weren't, then this whole touring thing wouldn't work because we would hate each other like Oasis.
Amazing. How about the most tour friendly?
Tour friendly.
In what, and how do you mean? Can you
For
elaborate?
example, tours can be draining and, it can get really, really, really tiring at the end. But who has got their batteries up?
Ash.
Yeah.
Ash, for sure.
Ash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Always positive. Always like, oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's going to be great. I've just
Ash
broken
sounds
my
like
leg,
a
but I'm sure it's going to
powerhouse.
be great.
Wow.
He's literally rolled his ankle like to the point that he couldn't walk, and he's like, oh well, at least I've still got my other foot. I can still drum.
Yeah, he's sliced, part of the side of his index finger off a couple of days before a massive tour with Deftones to Australia, and he just wrapped it up and played the entire tour like with that finger outstretched and the drumstick coming out there.
Yeah.
That's dedication. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Who is the most dramatic?
Danny.
Probably me.
I mean,
Sorry.
the hair is dramatic, but so I could
It's the front
see that
man.
coming.
He needs to be the dramatic one.
Yeah. I know. Okay, so this next one is a little naughty. Who's the naughtiest?
Probably Danny.
Probably me.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear Danny's name, definitely.
Again, he's the front man.
It depends. It depends how many red wines I've had or how many
Cheeky
proseccos.
rascal ciders. Yeah.
Yeah,
Danny's attitude changes depending on what alcohol he drinks, I think.
Oh, really? What's your go-to drink? I just made this question up.
Well, before the show, I do like a bit of rum. It used to be red wine, but it's probably just rum is good. Bit of Baileys, thanks to the sponsors. Yeah, I think rum is good.
Rum is good.
Just a nice neat rum, spice rum, like a vanilla rum or a spice rum.
Those banana rum.
Banana rum.
Yeah.
I used to love a glass of red wine before singing.
Yes.
But now, like, if I must calm the nerves, like a shot of nice whiskey, like, works quite well as well.
It does, yeah. And it lubricates. It's nice. The worst thing is water. Water's terrible.
Just don't drink water if you're a vocalist.
Don't drink water. Don't worry.
And also, I think,
right?
and I don't know if you guys would agree, but I think ginger is quite overrated. It doesn't really work. It just burns, and I feel like that sort of like texture is taken away from me. I think there needs to be.
Yeah, I agree.
These are probably things you should be drinking well in advance.
Not 1 minute before
going. 1 minute before going on stage.
That's very important. That's very important. Okay, so this is a collab question. If you could collaborate with a fellow Eurovision contestant from this year, who would you choose?
I want to say, who the hell is Edgar?
Yeah, Tay and Selena, they're just great.
That'd be great. Vesna would be awesome.
Vesna would be so good. Love that song. But yeah, probably like I just saw a video on Instagram of Selena just busking in the Austrian subway, and it was just beautiful. And the thing that I thought immediately was that I'd love to do something. I'd love to do something with a lot of them.
Yeah,
like
it's a really good year.
Imagine doing a collab with like Let Tree, for example. Like it would be crazy. I think the thing that we love the most is exploring the other parts of the songs and doing little covers of them to see how we could make metal versions out of them. And
imagine a metal song. Imagine us writing a song with Blanca Paloma.
Oh my God, you are giving me ideas.
It'd be amazing.
We probably could. We should just ask.
Yeah, we should.
We've actually got access.
Can you guys please do that? Like, let's get on with Eurovision season, and then you release rock metal synthy versions of all 2023 entries.
It's a good idea.
Just in time for Christmas.
The Christmas album.
Oh my God, I'm living. I've got the next couple of months sorted for me musically.
Brilliant. You can come and do a guest. You can come do some guest vocals if you like on them.
Reaction videos for each one.
Whatever you want from me, I'm yours.
Excellent. Okay. I like it.
Okay, I'll send you some demos. I'm serious.
Please do.
Guys, it's been such a pleasure talking to you as a fan of Voyager, as a YouTuber, as press, because guess who has got a press accreditation for Eurovision?
Oh, fancy.
I will see you in Liverpool in person I will chase SBS like there is no tomorrow. Uh,
Please.
and I just lastly, I would like to know what would you like to say to all of the Euro fans watching this right now?
Well, let's say something to you first. Thank you. That's very sweet. What you just said. That means a lot to us as well.
It does.
We are so we're so conscious of enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because we've been like as an original band, we've been touring. You know, we've been to some dark places. You know, like on this road of music. You know, you go like this,
Mhm.
and now we're just. I don't know. Eurovision is such a high, and we know that once the Eurovision 2023 comes to a close, it's going to be a really, really sad time. So
Right.
it's lovely hearing nice, positive things from yourself and answering really interesting questions.
It is.
But we just want to say thank you to everyone. Like we say that from a very meaningful place. We've invested so much into not only Eurovision but as a whole music.
Yeah,
It's taken a lot out of us, and it's given us even more.
for sure.
You know, so we really, really say thank you to everyone that's been really open to our music, such as the people such as yourself that
Yeah.
aren't closed, that aren't closing themselves off to it for, I don't know, fear of whatever.
It's true. It's really great to see. And I want to do a shout out to all those people who are not only Eurovision fans like yourself, but also have become fans of Voyager
Mhm.
through this process. That means a lot to us. And that conversion, that's the most beautiful thing about this whole process. You know, we've made new fans through Eurovision, and hopefully these are fans that will stick with us for a very long time.
Oh, thank you guys so much. Well, we love you so much, and we just cannot wait to see more from you. Danny, Alex, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so
And I'll
much.
see you in Liverpool. Have an amazing
Thank
time
you.
in London.
See ya.
So yeah.
Thanks, Onur.